Hello everyone, welcome to this webinar on not just e-signature, use signature. So while the webinar is supposed to start at 5, let's give a minute or so for more people to join in. Meanwhile, if you are able to hear me, it's good. If you are not able to hear me, just let me know by typing it in the chat window. So I'll come to know. As we go through this webinar, if you come across any questions, then please make a note of them. And at the end of the webinar, you could type your questions in the chat window and then I'll try to answer them as best as I can. So we have people joining from different cities. We have people from Pune, Ahmedabad, different cities of the world. Okay. All right. So once again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on which part of the world you are based in. This is a webinar on e-signature and specifically our solution on electronic signing called, not surprisingly, Cygnature. So today I will like to introduce to you about the solution, how it works, and probably try to excite you into signing up for it if you really like it and use it for your own organization and for your purpose. So let's begin. Okay, if you look at the world of electronic signing today, the primary concern of most organizations is to go paperless. As most of the business processes are moving online and getting digitized, paperwork and paper documents are significantly going to get reduced. That's one of the top priorities of most organizations. So in order to understand this better, we did based on our research, we found out that across the world, about 85% documents are still in paper version and only 15% are digital. So let me begin by asking you a quick question. We can have a poll. Are you able to see the poll? Yes, please mark in your organization approximately what percentage of documents are still being used as paper documents. Let's say people are voting at this moment. Please select the option that you feel, in your view, approximately what percentage of documents in your organization are still based on paper and not digital. All right. Some people are yet to vote. I hope they're seeing the poll on their screens. All right, we are not getting more responses. We can see that, okay, we are getting some more responses. Okay, so I will stop the poll now and then proceed further with the presentation. Thanks for your feedback on this. Okay. So now as organizations move online and digital, the laws also need to support the digital signing. So we find that in most countries, they have laws which support signing documents electronically. For instance, in India, we have the IT Act of India. In US, the e-sign of Act and the UETA. In European Union, there is the Electronic Signatures Directive. And the United Nations also has a UN Citral Model Law, which all promote and accept as valid all the documents which are signed digitally. However, there are a number of documents, 4 or 5, which including will, trust, sale or rent of property, a power of attorney, or any negotiable instrument. Apart from these 5 documents, almost every other document is valid to be signed on the digital platform. So considering this, it opens up the doors for organizations to go online and use electronic signing solutions. But when you start using all of that, what becomes more important is authentication of the signers, because we don't want people to misuse identities. And therefore, as electronic signing has been there since many years, now the shift is happening from basic electronic signing to more stronger ways of authenticating signers, which includes biometric signatures for starter, maybe using face or fingerprints or iris. So authentication methods are becoming more stronger. Most governments have an identification for individuals, which is being made mandatory in many countries. And we have seen use cases in many organizations which insist on signing to happen using government IDs. So this is going to stay, and it's going to be very important. And finally, when you sign documents online, you have to make sure in this world of Photoshop, when it is very easy to tamper with any written word or artifact, that your signed documents are safeguarded. So if you are ever trying to choose a e-signing solution, then these are the 5 things that you must keep in your mind while choosing a solution. So let me introduce you to Cygnature, which is our e-signature solution. It has been designed by taking into consideration all the previously spoken about factors. It has very strong authentication methods. And since it is built on blockchain and uses advanced cryptography, the protection of your documents is quite well assured. So before moving any further, let me get into a quick demonstration of the solution, and then we'll get back to the slides. And before we just do that, these are the number of signatures that are used in Cygnature. It's the broadest range of signature types you will find in any signing solution. So you can have electronic signature, which includes drawing of the signature or selecting an existing font, or you can upload an image of your signature. You can also have a USB token, which is mandatory, for example, in signing invoices or tax returns in India. And we also support global certificate authorities like Global Sign and enhance the electronic signatures that we already offer. Cygnature also supports devices such as fingerprint scanners, webcams, and iris devices to capture your biometrics and using which you can sign the documents. Cygnature also supports national ID systems like Aadhaar in India, Emirates ID in the UAE as of now. In addition, we also have a mobile app and a module that gives you an experience of signing in person, and I'll show you how it works. So now let me quickly jump into the demonstration and shift the screens. So this is the login screen, and when I sign into the application, I have to accept this OTP that I will receive on my mobile phone, and it is also sent on the email. So this is the first level of security that Cygnature offers. Now you can see this dashboard, and you can see that one document is awaiting my signature, 7 documents are awaiting other signatures, 58 are completed. So I can upload a new document here for signing. There is a signer's calendar which shows me important dates on which signing is supposed to happen. So let me just find out or directly jump into the document which I'm supposed to sign. So this looks like somebody else has already signed and I need to sign this. So there is the document, and you can see it's a statement of work, and number of pages are there. You can scroll through the pages, and that's where we are now. So these are the placeholders in which I need to place my signatures. I can review the document, read through it, and make sure that everything is fine, and then proceed to apply my signature. So with a single click, I can apply. If I want to change, I can select another font, or I could probably draw something, or I could upload a file. So let me just select this particular font, and then it also allows me to apply my photograph. So let's see, that's me. Okay, there the photograph is applied. So that's a cool feature. You have your signature as well as your photograph, so you can really authenticate that the same person has signed the document. Once the document signing is completed, you can see the steps that are being followed. The unique private keys are being created, unique hash values are being created for the document, timestamp is being applied, and the document and all the details of the transaction are being stored into the blockchain. So this gives you a very secure way of signing documents. At the end of it, you get a certificate. If you look at this certificate of signing, this is a very unique feature of Cygnature. You will see there are 2 signers, their email address, organization, the IP address from which the signing happened, the browser which was used, the device, and even the latitude and longitude. You can see the exact position, the place from where the signing happened. You can also see any observers are there. Observer is a person who is not supposed to sign but always has to be in the CC if required, so that he is aware that some people are signing this document. For instance, the legal person can be in the CC when the CEO or the manager wants to sign the document, so that he gets a copy of the document for his storage, for his reference. So this certificate gives you a very strong evidence and a proof that this signing happened, and this is irrefutable because everything is stored on blockchain, and all the artifacts in the document and the locations in the database are encrypted, so nobody can go and tamper or hack into it. So that was the demo, plus I can also show you something else. So for example, here you can see the details of the blockchain transaction. You can see the transaction happening, the hash IDs from and to, and then we also have an audit trail which captures each and every step of the signing. So the document creation is getting captured, the first signers who has signed, that is timestamped and getting captured, and the second signer. So a complete audit trail is also available for eventual review if required in the case of a dispute. So now, having said this, let me get back to the slides and talk about a little bit more on the features that we have. As I mentioned earlier, that Cygnature supports a number of signing methods. So I showed you in the demo about using this, which is like selecting a font. You could draw something with your finger or using a stylus on your mobile. That is also accepted. Or you could upload an image of your signature. This signature appears on the page if you are using a USB private key. This is a sample of a signature using Global Sign, which is an external certificate authority. This is a sample of Aadhaar e-sign in India. These are the fingerprints. If you use a fingerprint scanner to sign, then a fingerprint appears on the document, iris image, as well as a photograph. So these are all the methods that you can use in conjunction depending on the sensitivity of the document. If you want to sign simple documents, then you can use e-signatures. If you want to sign financial documents, you can have digital signatures. You want to sign very confidential, high-value documents, you need biometric signatures. So Cygnature offers a range of signatures which you can use depending on what is required. Now this is the live signature, which is another unique feature of Cygnature, which allows you to sign remotely, but as if in person, which means the two people who are engaged in signing may be located at very different locations across the world, but they can come on the same page, review the document, and even have a conversation on video, which everything gets recorded during the signing process. And this video is available for your future review. So this is a very important feature of Cygnature. A few months back, we did a survey, and in that survey, we asked various organizations as to how they would rate their e-signature solutions and what is the thing that really is important for them. So almost we discovered that 78% of the companies say that security is the most important factor while choosing a e-signature solution. Not features, not ease of use, not even the cost. In fact, cost is the least important thing, but security has to be most important. So we realized this long back, and that's why we have built the solution on blockchain, which provides you the maximum level of security. And not just that, we have incorporated almost 7 different layers of security, starting from user ID, password, and the OTP that comes on the mobile, then the capture of the device location and biometrics, then a crypto ID, which we are going to introduce soon, followed by the signing, proof of transaction on the blockchain, and finally all the data which is encrypted in the database. So it's very difficult to break this security. In addition, Cygnature is also certified for vulnerability assessment and uses all kinds of secure layers for transmitting the data. We use advanced cryptography, including SHA-3 algorithm and so on, to secure all the transactions. So Cygnature becomes a very, very secure solution for you to use. Apart from that, we have packed in a number of features, including dashboard, which gives you statistics, links, and alerts. You can import file formats like PDF, document, PPT, XLS. All of these can be used to sign. You can upload the files from your local drive or Dropbox or Google Drive. You can have different signing ways. You can set up the document for sequential signing or parallel signing. Even guest users can sign to get started without having to create a user ID and password. In the signing process, you can set up due dates, notifications, private messages, and all of this through a mobile app also, so which allows you to sign anywhere and anytime. Another important feature that we have released very recently is a document verification, which is quite important because as a user, if you are presented with a signed document and you need to verify whether it was really signed and not tampered with, then you can upload that document on Cygnature, and Cygnature will verify that that document is valid or has been tampered with. So in terms of ease of use, it's very easy to set up documents. You simply upload a file, you select the signers, you select the signing types which you wish to assign to the particular signer. Then you determine the placeholders on the document where the signature has to happen. And that's all. You set it up. Eventually, once everything is signed, everything goes into the blockchain. So it's very easy to use solution, and which finds a lot of uses across industries and across different departments. So if you look at sales, organizations can use Cygnature to sign sales contracts, NDAs, invoices, and in purchases, maybe purchase contracts, non-disclosure agreements for legal compliance, work orders, multi-party agreements, financial documents, everything can be signed using Cygnature. And even, I mean, some of the banks that we approached said that stamping of documents is sometimes mandatory, and that is what prevents them to move them from physical paperwork onto a digital platform. So we have a solution for that. In many states of India, as mentioned here, e-stamping is supported. So potentially a party could purchase stamp documents or pay the stamp duty online, and the record of that could be added to a document which can further be uploaded into Cygnature and then sent for signing to any person. So using this method, even the stamp duty consideration can be digitized. So that's another thing that you can take as an advantage of using Cygnature. So if you are in the process of selecting an e-signing solution for your organization, then you must choose a solution which is extensible, scalable, and future ready. And Cygnature is that because we have a number of signing methods. So today, if you just require electronic signing and are not interested in biometrics, it's fine. In future, if you need it, you can always add that feature. You don't have to really shift your solution. Similarly, with the Cygnature certificate, you have peace of mind. Whenever there is a dispute, you have a very strong evidence that signing has happened. Plus, the mobile app and the web allows you to sign documents anytime, anywhere, on the move. And with blockchain and cryptography, you have the assurance that all your documents are safeguarded very strongly. So I would like to thank you so far for attending this webinar, and let me quickly just, there's a free trial for Cygnature which you can try out for 30 days. Let me shift to our website and I will show you from where you can sign. So you can type in www.cygnature.io and you can sign up from here. There is a free trial. We have some pricing plans which we are going to launch soon within a month's time. This is the verified document that I talked to you about. You can verify a document simply by uploading it here, and you will realize whether the document was signed on Cygnature or not. So we combine a lot of powerful features in our solution. And if you have any questions as of now for me, please type your questions into the chat window and let me try to answer them. Any questions on the features or security or how the solution works? If you have any questions so far, please type them in the chat window. Okay, looks like there are no more questions. So let me end this webinar for now. Thanks for attending and hope to see you soon on Cygnature. Thank you.